Hi, I'm Jim Knotts, President and CEO of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund. Welcome to today's virtual reading of the names. 2022 marks the 40th anniversary of the dedication of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. As part of our commemoration, we'll host an in-person reading of the names at the wall from November 7th through 10th, 2022, when all 58,281 names on the wall will be read aloud. In the lead up to that event, we'll be reading names each day online while sharing the photos of these heroes. For our daily virtual reading, the names of the service members will be read by month and day of death between the years 1956 and 1975 in alphabetical order for the given day. We apologize in advance for any mispronunciations. Know that our readers are doing their best to honor these service members. We hope you'll listen and watch each day and share with others as we remember and honor those who gave their lives during the Vietnam War.
Frank Cosme Alcantar, Vincent Craig Anderson, Dawson Jesse Atwood, Thomas Martin Barnett, Robert Ernest Bauer, Robert Vincent Bowman, Frederick Earl Borzinski, Benjamin R. Bostick IV, John Lee Boyd, Frederick Philip Broyles, John Francis Bisher, Andrew Thomas Bukovinski, Cecil Odell Bundage, Scott M. Burgess, Gregorio Meno Camacho, Frederick Joseph Carlson, Archie Monroe Carlyle, Benjamin Frank Castaneda, James Donald Clardy, Reginald Lewis Cohn, George Marion Cox II, Donald Dwight Craw Jr., Robert Leroy Crosby, Jimmy Leland Crouch, Peter Joseph Daniluk, Billy Keith Devassier, Norman Lee Dupre, Michael David Eckerfeld, Kenneth Warren Ellis, Alfred Andrew Filippelli, Barry Kevin Fisk, Norman Kermit Fork, Dennis French, Stephen Jonathan Geist, Douglas Eugene Gossage, Ronald Marcel Goulet, Ronald Frank Green, John Henry Gregory Jr., Dean Lee Grettencord, Robert Francis Grundman, Michael David Gunnels, Richard Alfred Gwynn, James David Hasek, Jerome Cecil Hadley, Donald Allen Hall Jr., Jimmy Dale Hatfield, Johnny Vance Hayes, Danny Carlton Hayes, Bruce Edwin Hazel, James Robert Hurd Jr., John Ray Helms, Paul Wayne Hill, James Frederick Hiltz, James Willis Holliday, Mark Richard Holtum, Lynn Raggle Huddleston, Gregory John Hughes, Henry Patrick Jukoviak, Richard Charles Johnson, William Melville Johnson, Randy Lee Johnston, Paul Patrick Keefe, Willis Eugene Curlin Jr., Maurice Harrison Kincaid,
Ernest Hammond Laidler, Richard Allen Larrick, Warren Stephen Lawson, William Francis Lemoyne, Nicholas Peter Lasando Jr., Larry Lamar Lower, Dale Allen Luster, Darrell Leroy Luttrick, John Francis Mackle, Thomas Simon Malmay, Kenneth William Martin, Kenneth James McCluskey, John Lowry McCoy, Lee Roy McElhaney, Harold John Moe, Henry Lee Mossberg, John Anthony Ogrizik, Barry A. Olson, Randall Allen Olson, Jerome Overton, Pasia Pailii, Douglas Allen Page, Robert Albert Painter, Jr., Gary Reed Parsons, Clark Edmund Peden, Marvin Foster Phillips, Jack Albert Plusinski, Oscar Kilpatrick Porter, Jr., James Randall Pruitt, Stephen Paul Rance, Terry Dixon Ratliff, Eric Allen Ream, Harold Reyes, John Allen Rippey, Arturo Brown Rivas, Carlton Ross, Jerry Wayne Ross, John Andrew Rosito, Michael Paul Santorowski, Gary Leroy Schimmel, James Lee Scott, Joseph Anthony Silva, Charles Rodney Slusser, John Clifford Smith III, George John Smith, Jr., John Welfred Stahl, John Wayne States, Francis Jordan Sullivan, Roger Lee Sphere, Richard Allen Taylor, Johnny Wayne Thompson, Troy Miller Thompson, Jr., Michael James Toby, Stephen Lance Townsend, Frederick Eugene Trainey, Jr., Richard Barry Trotter, Charles Wayne Turberville, Charles Wondrews Turner, Larry Charles Vastine, John Clayton Wallace, Ronald Ray Walls, James Rochiro Watanabe, James William Webb, Jr., William Arnold Westlake, Willie White, Harland Lyle Wilkinson, Douglas Meade Woodland, Larry Curtis Wren, William Raymond Young.